Okay, so a quick refurb video for this flat. The tenants just left, and this is a video to discuss what works I think needs doing for this flat, and then to send it to the builder. So first things first, that flooring is okay. The kitchen by and large is okay. It's very small washing machine. There isn't a freezer in here, which obviously the tenant will need, our new tenant would need a freezer. This I suspect just needs a good cleaner or potentially replacing. It can't be that expensive. And then resealing. Throughout the property, I definitely think it needs to be redecorated white, ideally. Everything else in here is fine though, so that's okay. That's there. Okay, and I think we should be replacing the doors throughout the flat as well to just white panel doors is absolutely fine. This door is fine. Obviously that's been cut out because of this fire door. So really we need a more presentable solution here. That needs cleaning. Wallpaper for us, that's wallpaper, isn't it? So that means, actually, yeah, it means we can either paint over it and it won't look great, or we strip it down and then paint over everything. I really think we should replace all these to chrome fitting. Now, ideally this can just come down because there is quite a thick wall here, as you can see, through there up to here, which uses up a lot of space, but I guess we can leave it as it is. Just get new door handles and obviously repaint everything white. That's fine. Repaint everything. New door. Right. These wallpaper can be stripped down and then painted. Okay, now one thing I've noticed is that these really do make this flat look a lot smaller than it actually is. So we're in the bathroom. The flooring, I think that just needs replacing, just because all this needs replacing. And the easiest thing here to do is to take the tiles down and tile over everything, and that should deal with the mold as well. Obviously there's the extractor fan there that needs to be attended to. That light isn't doing a lot, so that needs to be replaced as well, because well, the bulb seems to be going. Ceiling repainted. That I guess we just have to leave it. I mean, ideally it should be an electric towel rail. Again, door, just replace it with a new panel door, white panel door. They're not expensive, but it does make a difference because these are quite dated. Shower unit. So the shower unit itself, while it's dated, is actually perfectly functional. So as long as it doesn't leak, then I suspect retile everything, regrout everything, remove all the silicone and re-silicone everything, just to make it presentable. Same here as well, remove that, reseal it. These are absolutely fine. That needs a good clean though. And it's mostly just rust, it's not a tenant's fault. This is potentially fine, but I suspect as well, hopefully tile everything, that can be removed and then just put a mirror up. Shower's fine. Obviously if we're going to do all this, then we probably need to put a new shower unit in with a mixer. Repaint. Okay, so in here, the door's been replaced. Repaint everything. Now first thing I've noticed is this. Actually, I think if that's not brick, which it might not be, then I'd actually just remove that. If not, if it is brick, then I guess just repaint it, replace the shelf. It's just straightforward. Repaint everything, replace the shelves. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and if obviously repainted, just take all these blinds down, take all the blinds down, replace them with new the new plasticky wooden ones. They look really nice and they'll do really well there. Not much of a damp issue. That looks like maybe previously, maybe there's this wall. Here's fine, ventilation there. We can probably take this out because it's making the room look darker than it actually is. Okie dokie. So this is the second room. Really well lit, so I guess that's the bedroom then. This will be the same one. In here, so it's just repaint. Again, take these down and then just replace them with new blinds. Yeah, I think replace them with new blinds and then repaint throughout. This shouldn't really, I don't think this will cost a lot. I don't think there's a lot of work to do. It's mostly cosmetics, and I suspect we can, the rent now can go up to what it should be, which is a lot more than what it was. So, which is always good. With regards to the carpet, now, okay, so this is the carpet is actually in very good condition, but you can tell it's been lived in. It's quite old. It depends on the preference. Personally, because everything's been redecorated, I would actually just replace it because it's not that expensive. It's essentially one floor, or 2 rooms, let's say. There's a lot of indentations which will put off, or while it's clean, and there's not much sign of where the indentations will put off people, or just give it a deep clean. But because everything's been redecorated, I suspect that the carpet might be left a bit worse for wear. And generally speaking, when a new tenant walks in and there's a smell of a brand new carpet and it's quite springy under your feet, that does get you a bit more rent. But at the same time, this can just be clean and it'll be absolutely fine. One thing to consider is actually it might be worth putting liner throughout. So there, here, the same in here, and just have carpet in a 2-bedroom. Just because this is going to be, there's going to be a lot of footfall here and a lot of cooking and all that sort of stuff as well. There is sign of damp here, but I suspect it's not coming off. So I suspect Tom has already looked at that, or it's been looked at. But just something to flag.